World War II, 1939 to 1945. Considered the deadliest conflict in human history, World War II was a global war that lasted for 6 years and resulted in the deaths of an estimated 70 million people. It began with the invasion of Poland by Germany and ultimately involved the majority of the world's nations, including the Axis powers, led by Germany, Japan, and Italy, and the Allied powers, led by the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union. The war ultimately ended with the unconditional surrender of Germany and the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki by the United States. World War I, 1914 to 1918. Known as the Great War, World War I was a global conflict that began with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria and ultimately involved the majority of the world's nations. It resulted in an estimated 37 million deaths, including both military and civilian casualties. The war ended with the Treaty of Versailles, which imposed heavy penalties on Germany and is widely considered to have contributed to the rise of Hitler and the start of World War II. Vietnam War, 1955 to 1975. The Vietnam War was a Cold War-era conflict between the Communist government of North Vietnam and the government of South Vietnam, supported by the United States and other anti-communist nations. The war resulted in an estimated 2 million deaths, including both military and civilian casualties. The United States ultimately withdrew its forces in 1973, and the North Vietnamese government declared victory in 1975. Korean War, 1950 to 1953. The Korean War was a conflict between North and South Korea, with the North supported by China and the Soviet Union and the South supported by the United States and other anti-communist nations. The war resulted in an estimated 2 million deaths, including both military and civilian casualties. The war ended in a stalemate, with a demilitarized zone established between the two nations. Gulf War, 1990 to 1991. The Gulf War was a conflict between Iraq and a coalition of nations led by the United States, in response to Iraq's invasion of Kuwait. The war resulted in an estimated 100,000 deaths, including both military and civilian casualties. The war ended with the coalition forces driving Iraq out of Kuwait and implementing a ceasefire.